All right, since we left the Man Tribe and finished our month of ice, a lot's happened, right? The holidays, I went into a bit of a funk. Oliver had his own trials and tribulations, and the Man Tribe broke up, or at least Troy and Alex, they broke up. So we're here at Santa Monica Pier, where we're gonna find Troy in his natural habitat and kind of see what's next. You know, it's a real bummer. We did the hop A and everything.
Alex, he's the other half of Man Tribe.
Good to see you, Alex. You guys all have like a similar look, like different degrees of beards.
You get them at Home Depot, they got a guarantee. $27 a year to operate, is that right, Alex?
Yeah, I think
Let me get a drink.
I think they're like $350 at Best Buy, and then if you get home delivery, it's like $70. So, you know, that's for the new ones, and you might as well get the new ones because you're probably going to have it for life or for a while. Mm-hmm. So it's a good investment, especially if you have a place to put it outside. A wolf pack is one of the strongest forces in nature for hunting, right? It's stronger than a lion, it's stronger than any individual animal. When a pack of wolves is together, they're ferocious and they're fierce and they can take down almost any large animal on this planet. And you have to ask yourself, how is that possible? Because they're working as a tribe. A pack of wolves, a pack is to wolves as tribe is to humans.
People need community. You know, you study psychology, you know that there's psychological strokes. Hey, nice shoes. Hey, you're looking good today. Woo! Right on. Then you got physical strokes, right? Yeah. Right. And so human beings, they need touch. They need they need connection. Woo! I got 2 out of 3.
Let me pop my shirt off. You know what? All right. Something happened at the Man Tribe. I think it's such an irony that with all the ice baths, with all the fire, and even with hop A, that particular experiment did not continue to flourish with you and Alex together.
What we created together was amazing.
Yeah.
And within a span of a couple of days, it went. Right now, Alex and I are just having a time out. That's all.
Yeah.
I love that guy as a brother. We will always be friends. I believe that me and him will be friends for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Self-sabotage is directly related to the limbic system, the reptilian part of the brain that wants to keep us safe. And if your parents or tribe has only made $30,000, $40,000 a month, your father drank, they were stressed out, they were mainlining coffee, smoking commercial cigarettes, all this type of stuff, and then when things get wirier, you start to come out, and they haven't done their deeper spiritual work. So what do? They self-sabotage themselves to bring themselves right back to where the tribe is, because in older times our DNA is wired. If you're outside of the tribe and you're a lone wolf, if you get shunned by the tribe, you're dead. There's no such thing as the lone wolf. You can't survive out in the wild and protect yourself without the tribe.
It's like a divorce. It feels a little bit sad. I blame myself a little bit, obviously. But
why do you blame yourself?
It's just a joke. I'm looking forward to what you do next. Your book is coming out. The
book, and I will teach everything to keep it concise, and I teach fundamental principles. I have the 9 pillars of health that's coming out in my book. Immutable laws that apply to all human beings. We need water. We need food. We need movement. We need purpose, a legacy that we can move in a direction towards. We need nature. We're in symbiotic relationships. So these are the fundamental principles: thinking, breathing. Every human being needs it. This isn't philosophy, these are basics. It's what the martial arts masters teach. Replication of the basics. Punch, kick, block, right? Punch, kick, block, punch, kick, block.
Yeah.
9 pillars. punch, kick, block all day long. Whether you're man, woman, or child, you can apply these principles and get healthy or be ripped at 50. Look at Mario's kicking ass, dude. How cool is that, Mario?
I love Mario. Yeah, he's got a great energy. Yeah, he just shows up. That's the power.
This beat is so fast. Put me on blast. Devin's wearing pink. He likes to think. He's got a watch, it's a whoop. I'm an ape, throw my poop.
You ever try to sit in an ice bath? Man, you have a heart attack. You better learn how to dive into your balls, like Troy Casey said. You better learn how to get out of your head. You better unlearn everything that you ever read. Heard what I said? Helps you put your head down at night when it's time for bed. Hello and welcome to Self-Help Me, Team Friendships podcast where we explore self-help trends and subject ourselves to human experiments so that you are armed with information. And as we know, knowing is half the battle. Oliver?
I agree.
This month, Oliver and I subjected ourselves to the ice bath challenge. And what that meant was we got to sit in ice every single day. And in order to do something like that, you have to go to the expert, to the source. And the expert on cold stuff is a man named Wim Hof, a Swedish man who evokes that sort of sound emotion. He's not Swedish, is he?
He's Dutch, actually. He's a Dutchman.
All right.
He's from Dutch.
Fourth time's a charm.
The Deutschland.
Take the sunglasses off. The sunglasses are coming off.
Here I am.
And we can thank a flying Dutchman named Wim Hof, who's gone through incredible tragedies and overcome them by breathing heavy and doing feats of strength in cold environments.
Everybody should do this. It's amazing.
And we met the man, didn't we?
We did. We met him in passing.
Yeah, but we met him. Who is Wim Hof? Who are you even talking about?
You know, that's a very good question. I don't think anyone's been able to answer it. Wim Hof might not be a person.
So many people have answered it. His Vice documentaries.
He seems like a person.
We met him.
But then you like get into his essence and he's like something else. It's like shaking hands
With what?
with the sun.
This man is not high. I'm the high one. I'm sure people are wondering, what does this do? And is it worth the effort? I imagine a version of you about 5 years ago that looked very different than this. Like if you showed me a picture from your Facebook.
So, not
Am
5
I
years
wrong?
ago, but like 7 years ago.
Yeah. There he is. At least he had the stash though.
As long as I've been able to, facial hair has always been an integral part of my life. But
Okay.
You're actively seeking discomfort, right?
Yeah.
Most people don't do anything in their entire lives which like remotely resembles discomfort. The only thing that they suffer through is like their job in order to make money, do whatever it is, and then like go home and be comfortable. Like, you know, if they do some sort of, you know, fitness or they work out, it's like just so that they might look a little better or to be a little healthier. But they're not doing the things that are hard, the things that make you uncomfortable, eating a certain way. So by going in the ice bath or the sauna, exposing yourself to those extremities, right? You are saying, I'm willing to do something that's difficult because one, like, you know, I know or feel that it might be good for me, but two, also maybe it's just good that we get used to doing things that aren't super easy. There's still that like moment before you get in, it's like, okay, right? And if that went away, then I feel like it would lose its effect. Because if the ice bath just became fully comfortable and normal, then it would not be exposing myself to discomfort, right?
Yo, you dropping in on this party? Maybe. You don't have to. If you want to breathe, we're gonna breathe. Okay, you're already breathing now, but if you'd like to intentionally breathe based on eating protocol. Okay, you're gonna get in, dump all the way, and then shoulders down. Everything in. 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Making me proud, Oliver.
There you go.
It's called
I started the clock.
it's a cold turtleneck. Did you set an intention, Oliver?
Make it look easy.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
It's for you, Mom.
You know, you were talking about like doing what is optimal, and a lot of people think that there's like this is optimal, and then I just do this forever.
And then the irony is that's not optimal
It's not
anymore
optimal,
because
right?
you're not adapting
and
anymore.
so there has to be a disruption in what it is
Yes.
that you're doing. So if you're like, okay, I'm gonna weigh and measure all my food, I'm gonna track my macros, I'm gonna eat the same thing every day.
Right.
Like, no, I'm gonna do intermittent fasting, 16/8. I'm gonna break my fast at noon every single day. It's like, okay, no.
If you can draw your line and say, this is my specific goal, the purpose that I have, and this is why I'm doing it, great, do it. But don't be married to that the rest of your life.
I forgot a towel. Nice. Can I borrow yours?
No, I didn't. I
hope we're in frame.
Everything that we do, the lifestyles we choose, what environments we might prefer to be in, whether you want to live somewhere hot, whether you want to live somewhere cold, all the things that sort of call to us. There's no one right way to do any of this. There's no path that we must take, but we have to take our own path that has resistance. Mm-hmm. And for each of us, that will be unique.
Every single day, we took an ice bath. Wanted to discover what they could teach us, so we took
Ice bath.
Ice baths.
Ice bath.
Ice baths.
Ice bath.
Ice baths.
And ice bath.
So my watch measures resting heart rate and heart rate variability in order to tell me a recovery score. The other thing it tells me is how hard I'm working during the day, but the takeaway that the watch itself actually mentions, like when you're swiping through, it says cold exposure has been shown to help out with recovery scores. So I wanted to test that one. And I also wanted to test the mood effects, which I think for most people, that's the main one. People are like...
People are sad.
People are very sad.
Very sad. There's something about your body readjusting its temperature back to normal levels that seems to give you maybe a boost of serotonin.
And you felt that?
Yeah.
You pointed out early on that the ice bath was the most beneficial when it was done with people and the community that forms around ice baths, which we had no idea existed.
Right.
There's the Wim Hof community.
Yeah.
And you go to these conferences, they're crazy. Everybody's in great shape and they're super happy and they all have bags of nuts that they packed as little snacks, like they're children. And they're just all very vibrant and good skin. And you meet all these people and you exchange information just to never speak again. Never, no matter what. But it's a cool experience. It's like going to a Tony Robbins event. Like you're going to be super motivated for 24 to 48 hours and then back home. And when we went back to our sad RV home, which is not even a real home, which cannot even support a cat.
Sad.
We don't have a bath.
Right.
So we had to get an inflatable pool. We don't have access to a hose. It's actually surprising how hard it is to find a hose in LA. It's like it's a little bit like Mad Max. You got to pay. If I had a friend with a hose, man, I'd be set. So we had to go to the ocean, and fill it up. And then you have to buy bags of ice from a 7-Eleven or something. Yeah, they're about $13 to $20. So the hardest possible way you could do this, we did it, and it was a pain in the ace.
Yes.
And so day 3, we almost quit. And we decided to keep going. Maybe not do ice baths every day. Maybe do cold showers in between. And we continued. And that's when we met the Man Tribe. We've talked about mood benefits. We've talked about the benefits of community. Now, on to the actual bread and butter. The physiological benefits. The Whoop Watch. Okay, so I charted the 2 weeks before we began this experiment, and I got 1 result. And then I charted the entire month, and basically it came down to this. My strain scores, almost identical, meaning I put about as much effort in throughout the month as I had the 2-week control period. Same effort, okay? As for sleep, if anything, I got a little more sleep when we were doing the ice baths, okay? Just a little more sleep. So almost controlled, okay? When it comes to my recovery scores, which is what I was attempting to measure, people claim that cold exposure therapy improves recovery. Unfortunately, our findings show you are the father.
You are the father.
The recovery scores dip slightly. So what that says to me is that given I got more sleep during the month of ice, given I was doing about the same level of strain, the fact that they dipped means either the ice bath put stress on my system and made it harder for me to recover, or I was going through more stress, partially because we were doing all these ice baths and going to all this trouble and just having these issues in our own life that you mentioned, a little bit of stress. Mm-hmm. One of those two things or both made it so the ice could not deliver the benefit, the claimed benefit in our case, in my case. It's a bit of a letdown, but honestly, it's more humbling to me to show how much stress can mess you up. Because I was a little more stressed during the ice bath month, partially because of the ice baths. I think overall, we can say without a doubt, the benefits weren't what we expected. They came in the form of meeting great people and overcoming our avoidance, our tendency to avoid uncomfortable situations. Definitely got me more in tune with, like, if I'm in traffic or I'm dealing with an uncomfortable social situation, I will kind of fall into the ice a little bit of just like that let go muscle that you worked in the ice. You can kind of just go, okay, I'm just going to release to this and just accept this. I feel some benefits there. So overall, immensely positive experience, really cool video. And some of the claimed benefits we saw, some we were not able to replicate. So, you know, if I'm watching this video, yeah, I'm sorry if I ruined ice a little bit for you. But at the same time, just know what the costs are and the pros and cons. Fit it in when you can. Do sauna, jogging, whatever, community-based activities, whatever you can that's easy for you to get, whatever way to get out of your comfort zone that is natural and easy for you and a good fit, do that.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, ice is your warm